Guys, welcome back to Sunday Healing. I hope you guys are doing well. In today's pick a card reading, we're going to try and find out practical advice from your angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Tomorrow is the full moon in Virgo, so in honor of Virgo's full moon, I want to see and find out things that are very practical for you. So, of course, this is always going to be a timeless reading. It doesn't matter when you see it, when you watch it, it's going to be the right messages for you. So, let's get started. I have 4 piles for you today. Pile 1 is with this bracelet. Pile 1. Pile 2 is this bracelet. Pile 2. Pile 3 is going to be this bracelet. And the last pile is this one, pile 4. All right, so I'll show you. All right, so let's get started with pile 1. So hi pile 1, you chose this bracelet. Let's take a look at what are the practical advice that you need to hear right now. 10 of spring. Ask for help from others. All work and no play. Being weighed down by too many responsibilities. Pile 1. So right away, pile 1, 10 of wands. This is a heavy energy, so some of you have been working, are very tired, are very exhausted. I'm also hearing the energies around you could have been very exhausting to you, draining. Some of you had to deal with all kind of difficulties, maybe having to take on multiple responsibilities, especially from people surrounding you, having to help them out with different things going on with their lives, as well as taking care of your own responsibilities and your own problems and situations here, pile 1. I also feel here for you guys, there is definitely a need to take very good care of yourselves, especially when it comes to your health and your physical body here. Pile 1, I feel you need to really spend time nurturing yourself, putting time off for you in terms of having a little bit more time for self-care and rest. I'm also hearing it's time to remove things off your shoulders. So some of you could have issues around the shoulders, upper back. You guys could have blockages there or feel very weighed down around that part of your body. You feel very exhausted. I'm also hearing some of you might have to take a very difficult decision, make a difficult decision recently in your life, and this has had a lot of impact in terms of your well-being and your health. It might have weighed you down a lot. I'm also seeing here for pile 1, many of you are very busy with work. Many of you are dedicated to your project, your work, your career, and you forget to actually have fun and enjoy your time off, or maybe spend more time with friends in order to release the pressure here that's building up for you. Many of you have been trying to do many things at the same time. I'm also hearing many of you are not wanting to ask for help or have tried to do everything alone by yourselves. I'm also hearing some of you felt that you had no choice, that you had to do it, that you actually didn't feel that there was a lot of support around you. But there are, look at the angel here. There are angels surrounding you. There are people around you, earth angels, your angels. You can definitely ask for help here. Let's see what else. Compassion. Pile 1. I'm hearing right away, be compassionate with yourselves. Pile 1, you guys have gone through it. You've gone through a lot of heavy stuff lately, heavy energy, a lot of pressure. It's time to be compassionate with yourselves. Kuan Yin here, you guys could want to connect with Kuan Yin, the energy of Kuan Yin. Um, I'm also hearing a lot of self-sacrifice. You guys have sacrificed a lot of your energy, of your time, of your I'm also hearing your heart. So some of you have given so much love or have been very much investing in others, giving a lot in terms of loving energy in general. So you guys have had people who relied on you for their emotional well-being. You guys could have had a lot of codependent people that needed your help or that were reaching out to you in order to speak about their problems or to get guidance from you or just to have a shoulder to cry on, and you guys had to be very strong. And you're being called now to actually pull their energy towards you, to nurture yourselves, to spend time in nature if you can, if you do have access to natural places where you can sit down and meditate and maybe even reflect and have I'm also hearing have patience with yourself. If you are going through something difficult, have patience, because the light at the end of the tunnel is going to be shown to you soon. Some of you are actually able to see auras or see the aura of people around you and have noticed that many of you are feeling a lot of tired energy, a lot of draining energy surrounding you. Many of you, I'm feeling you already trying to pull away or pull back. Some of you had to cut out a lot of activities or things that you find kind of superficial, that really were not needing your time or your attention, in order to give that attention to yourself. And you're doing the right thing here, pile one. I'm also hearing there is a deep renewal here of the root chakra, pile one. Many of you are connecting with the root chakra and inner child wounds here. You're trying to heal something that could have had a lot of impact in terms of your security, your stability. Also, some of you have had a lot of foundation movements. So some of you had to move away from a home or had to let go of a place that you cared about. I'm also feeling here you guys had to connect with those wounds from your childhood. Some of you had to move early on from a place or had to go through the divorce of your parents and have had a lot, which has had a lot of impact on your well-being, and you're revisiting that, and it was very heavy for you. I'm also hearing some of you are actually going to get a tattoo. You're going to get a tattoo in order to ritualize this time or this period of your life as a new beginning for yourselves. Others have actually connected with the healer here, pile one. I see you guys connecting with the healer, or I'm also hearing a shaman, but many of you, it's actually a healer when it comes to your physical well-being, and that's the right thing for you to do right now, pile one. What else? Woman holding a coin, 42. You guys could be in your early 40s, your late 30s. I'm feeling here, pile one, a lot of financial security and stability here is coming your way. That's going to help you really connect deeper with your sense of security and sense of stability. A lot of root chakra activation here, pile one. Many of you had to release part of your old self, let's say. So some of you had really to move out of a place, let go of a job, let go of a romantic situation, something that used to define you. It's a huge identity change here, pile one, a review of your own identity, a review of your own also self-worth. You're building new roots elsewhere, so whatever you you had to pull away from, or whatever situation you had to let go of, you realized that it was the right thing to do, and you're right now starting to build new roots elsewhere, a new foundation that's more not just reliable, but more relevant or appropriate in order to really symbolize this new beginning, or more appropriate in terms of your new identity, or what you actually identify as now, pile one. I'm hearing it's a new spring for you guys, pile one. Aries, very strong Aries season here. Something could be happening early April for you guys. That's important. I'm hearing April 6th, around the early April here. Some of you have a birthday early April. I'm also hearing the dragon year, the Chinese dragon year, could have an impact on your stability, on your financial success here. Pile one, some of you have made a wish around that time. So some of you are actually honoring the Chinese New Year in this pile. You've made a wish around that time when it comes to your financial wealth. You're also learning to simplify. Many of you are looking for simplicity, especially when it comes to your career. Some of you had very elaborate plans when it comes to your career and your finances, and you're learning to simplify and to go with the things that are easy, maybe the least resistance here. Some of you actually have cats or are actually connecting with cat spirits here. Many of you are really going with your instincts. You're really learning to trust your instincts. You're trusting your the way you feel around others. So if you don't feel good around whatever type of people or group of people, you're deciding to retract your energy from them. And you're encouraged to ground yourself more, pile one, really connecting with your root chakra here, pile one. Archangel Michael here is very present in your pile. Many of you are actually very clairaudient, very strong clairaudient. Messages you're getting here from your angels or your spirit guides and ancestors as a clairaudient. You're learning to choose yourself first, but you're also learning to choose where you want to build your foundation, where you want to plant firm roots, and you're encouraged to do so here, pile one. All right, pile one, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you at your next reading. Bye. Hi, pile two. You chose this beautiful bracelet. So let's take a look. What are your practical advice? Prince of Autumn. Dependable, protective, chivalrous, humorous, cautious but wise action, meticulous attention to detail, kindness to others. This is a very practical card for you, pile two. So I'm also feeling here very strong Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. So some of you are actually Virgos here. This is a full moon that's going to have a lot of impact for you guys. But of course, like I said, this is a timeless reading. So if you watch it in a different time line and it's not during the full moon in Virgo, that's not a problem here. It's still going to have an impact for you, pile two. Many of you have let go of something here around the fall season. Last fall could have been really important. So if you are Virgo, your last birthday was very important, very impactful in order to actually manifest new beginnings for yourself. So you have probably started changing routines, changing things around your health, surrounding your health habits, around your last birthday if you're a Virgo. If you're not, around last fall. Many things has moved and shifted for you. They started to shift around last fall, pile two. I'm here in October, November. I'm also hearing you guys are being called to be more more involved when it comes to your health in general and your well-being, but especially when it comes to your health as an individual. So not really following the groups. So pile two, I'm feeling there's a strong need to listen to your intuition when it comes to your health, not listening to advice or what you're being told from outside sources or external sources. You have very strong intuitive skills here, pile two, when it comes to your health and your well-being. You need to follow it. You're being called to follow that intuition. Pile two, you're also starting to look at the details in your lives. I'm feeling most likely here, we're talking about your day-to-day life. We're talking about routines. This is a very strong sixth house energy here. So you're looking at your day-to-day, what's going on here. Also the fourth house I'm feeling here. So some of you are really looking at your home, the settings that you put around your home, or also even the settings that you have around your workplace. So some of you really trying to look at what is draining you in your home place or what is draining you in your workplace and your office setting as well for some. And those details are really showing you what needs to change. So basically, again, listen to your intuition, listen to your inner voice when it comes to those changes. I'm also hearing here some of you need to cleanse your home or cleanse your workplace. Anything that's surrounding you needs to be cleansed and kind of purified here, pile two. I'm also hearing some of you here are learning a new skill. You're learning about something here that you could have a very little knowledge or you're just starting to understand. And that's actually great because you're going to open up your mind to new beginnings. So some of you are actually, more mature and you're older people, but you're learning something completely fresh and new, exciting. This is bringing a fresh attitude to yourselves. You guys are really starting to reinvent yourself, but also enjoy your life more. There's a lot of enjoying through learning and teaching. Some of you are actually also going through new beginnings when it comes to your teaching, your mentoring. What else? Rainbow Dragon, pile two. So pile two, I feel here with this card pile two, you are shining your light on many, many people around you. Many people are really taking look at you. You guys might have changed your looks, might have got some maybe different colors in your hair, something about your looks or even your style when it comes to your clothing. You just shine. People are very much taking notice of that. They really find you you kind of have grown into yourselves here, pile two. Some of you used to be shy or used to be maybe reserved or not wanting to be seen in public, and there is a big change here shifting for you. You have been starting to shift around this part of yourselves. You're being called to express yourself more, to wear more colorful clothes, or go for anything that you might have felt a little bit too out there back in the day. And now it's time for you to actually embrace that side of yourself. Some of you are just really becoming more expressive with your makeup. Like I said, with your hair, with your clothes, maybe even colors that you might have never imagined wearing. You're being called to do this and pushed towards that kind of expression for yourselves. Um, Very creative here, pile two. Very strong creative skills. You're gaining a lot of creativity, and you're being told to follow that creative inspiration that you have right now. I'm also feeling pile two. Some of you really need to to breathe more fresh air. If you can go outside, maybe put your face in the wind, or go in a place where there is fresh air, or walk, maybe go for a hike and get on top of a mountain or on top of a hill where you can get a lot of fresh air, a lot of wind in your face. It's going to be very beneficial for your health. Blossoming abundance, number 333. So you guys could see a lot of threes: 313, 303, 333. Creation here, pile 3. Sorry, pile 2. But it's all about creation here, creativity, creation. You're learning to bring forth your own abundance through your creative skills. So many of you are actually doing or learning about a creative endeavor here. It could be completely new for you. You're just starting to get acquainted with a new art or new craft that's going to bring a lot of abundance for you guys. Some of you are actually monetizing hobby that you always used to enjoy, especially when you were a kid. Many of you are enjoying that again, or you're just deciding to bring it back. So some of you used to draw when you were a kid and you're deciding to draw again. You're deciding to actually make money out of this. A lot of gold here, pile 2, a lot of gold. So some of you are definitely gaining a lot of abundance through your crafts and through your creative skills. A lot of wisdom here is also being sent to you, pile 2. A lot of insight, a lot of wisdom. Crown chakra opening here, pile 2. Some of you have gone through a huge cleansing here, and it's really helping you get new insight, like I said, and new beginnings, especially downwards through your crown chakra, pile 2, and a lot of confidence that you might have not had a while ago. So you're gaining a lot of confidence in something that you maybe have doubted, that you guys could have had a lot of self-doubt about, and you're finally embodying and embracing that part of yourselves. Some of you are actually going to invest in gold or have invested in gold. July is going to be important for you guys, pile 2. A lot of blossom around that time. If you don't, if you can invest in gold, you're being pushed towards that. If you can, for some, this could really be helpful for you to transform your abundance and even the way you see money, the way you see your finances. You're actually shifting your view around money and around financial wealth. There's a lot of wisdom here coming your way. Pile 2, you're also shown some kind of path here. You actually are sensing something here coming your way. You're sensing a new pathway for you. Just follow that intuitive insight here. You're definitely sensing something here is coming your way. It's very confusing, or maybe still very much a little bit in the clouds. It's like not very clear where you're going, but you feel it. You can feel here. You guys are sensing this. It's very it's not very tangible, but it's very even though it's abstract, you can feel it. It's very strong here, and you're being pushed to follow that insights. All right, pile 2, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you at your next reading. Goodbye. Hi, pile 3, you chose this bracelet. So let's take a look at your practical advice. 9 of Summer, the 9 of Cups. Beautiful. Wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. A lot of magic is surrounding you, pile 3. I feel many of you have made a wish, and you are finally seeing or starting to see this wish coming true, or you will. Pile 3, I also feel many of you are connecting with a mother or a mother figure here that's going to help you understand your feminine side, or understand your feminine, I'm also hearing your feminine body more. Some of you may have been confused, especially in terms of, it's Some of you, it is about your sexuality, your gender. You guys could have had a lot of confusion or a lot of even negative self-talk. A lot of you guys are actually gaining a lot more confidence around your body image. And it's happening because of some kind of wisdom of someone older, maybe a feminine that's older than you, a mother, a grandma, even a friend, or some kind of mentor, or someone that you very much enjoy. Their energy, their feminine energy, is going to help you with this part of yourself, rediscovering your femininity, whether you are a man or a woman. By three, I'm also hearing here, some of you are going to start feeling that you're living in a fairy tale. You might be receiving a gift here very soon, a gift that's showing you your value, that's showing you how appreciated you are. So maybe from a family member, a friend, or even a love partner here, or love interest. You're also being called to get yourself flowers, or use flowers in terms of decorating your space. Connecting with flowers is going to be really useful for you guys, bring a lot of magic in your life. Pile 3, I also feel here many of you are thinking about going on a trip or taking time off to go somewhere here that's going to be very fun for you, or something that's really you've been waiting for a long time, that you've been wanting for yourselves, and you're being pushed to use that energy towards it, to use energy to actually manifest this, or make sure that you actually get that emotional fulfillment that you want surrounding this idea. Some of you have been asking if this is the right thing for you, or you've been asking or wondering if this is going to be really fulfilling as you think it will. Well, actually, this is a confirmation that it will be very fulfilling. Very strong Christian vibes here. Pile 3, some of you could be Christian. Pile 3, I also feel here some of you are going to get engaged, or you're going to be I'm also hearing invited to an engagement. Either you are getting engaged or you're invited to engagement party. Something about engagement here. Many of you are actually buying a dress or buying clothes for an event that you haven't thought that you will be participating in, and you're really excited to do that. You're becoming really confident in actually getting that for yourself. You're taking the time to choose the right outfit for yourself, and this is great. This is going to bring you a lot more fulfillment that you realize. Just the fact that you're actually taking the time to choose the right outfit, the right hairstyle as well. I'm hearing the hairstyle, the jewelry that you're taking time to actually choose. What else? Sound. Pile 3. So some of you are actually wanting to sing, or you've always wanted to sing. You're being called to actually go for it. Take the singing lesson that you wanted. I'm also hearing sound healing. Some of you could have been considering using drums or using your voice to heal others or to heal yourselves. Pile 3, I also feel many of you might like to write songs or connect to lyrics, and use those lyrics to express the way you feel. You're being encouraged to use music for sure. Use music in order to heal yourself, especially your third eye chakra. Many of you are actually opening yourself to clairvoyant gift or clairaudient, but specifically clairvoyant through music. So you guys are opening yourself to your gift through music. I'm hearing many of you could have been afraid to express yourself that way, or could have been afraid to be judged. I feel some of you could have been singers when you were very young and felt embarrassed or ridiculed because of that, or might have tried to sing or even express yourself in general when it comes to public speaking. You guys could have been ridiculed or judged, and you stopped. Some of you might like to start podcasts or vlogs or even YouTube videos here, pile 3. You might have felt very solitary when it comes to this dream of yours. Some of you have been trying to manifest this dream for a long time and people never understood. 34. So number 34 could be important. You guys could be around the age of 34. Door to personal healing and happiness. Pile 3, you guys are healing a lot here. There's a lot of healing when it comes to your throat chakra, your third eye. Your higher chakras are really being cleansed and healed here. Many of you are connecting with your higher self. I'm seeing here a peacock, so some of you are really connecting to the throat chakra and really wanting to show it off. So show off the things that you want to express. Be really open with your feelings, being really open with also your healing journey. Some of you are really wanting to express what you've been through, the difficulties, the suffering that you had to go through, and how you went through it and how you actually managed to come out of the difficulties that you had to go through. And you're being encouraged to do that. Maybe you guys are writers and you're wanting to do that, or you're hesitant in terms of writing or deciding to write about that journey, and you're being called to really open that door for yourself. It's going to bring a lot of personal healing and happiness. Whatever way you guys could express yourself, either through sound, so singing, talking, vlogging, or even podcast, or even writing. Anything that has to do with self-expression is going to bring a lot of healing and happiness to your soul. Many of you, you're discovering your life purpose and your life mission. You guys could have been looking for this for a while. There's a lot of peace here that's opening up for you, pile 3. Many of you are traveling in a oriental country. You are definitely using whatever difficult experience here. I mean, at least that's what you're being pushed towards, to use the difficult experience you've gone through, the difficult situations you had to go through, either in love, career, anything, maybe even health, in order to write about it, in order to sing about it, in order to talk about it. You're being called to really engage others through your self-expression. Engage others because others will need or will heal through your own experience. You guys are really helping the collective, or you will be able to help the collective through the experiences you've gone through. You have had some kind of strong spiritual awakening, a lot of spirituality here, pile 3. You guys could be connecting with Christ's spirit here, Christ consciousness. You have attained some kind of higher consciousness or deep calm, deep stillness here, pile 3. I'm also hearing many of you have been knocking on a door that was not opening for you or opening up. Possibly a situation or an opportunity that you've been trying to manifest for yourself, and it's finally opening up. It's a wish come true for many of you, pile 3. Many of you might have hesitated to open that door. You might have been pushed. It's actually your north node. It's part of your north node, and you have been very hesitant to follow this impulse, and you're finally stepping into it. You're actually creating something very abundant through the desert, or using the desert, something that was very unfulfilling. So some of you are being pushed to let go of that and really create from that experience. All right, pile 3, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I see you later. Bye bye. Hi, pile 4, you chose this beautiful bracelet. Let's take a look at your advice. Five of Summer, the Five of Cups. Trust that there is a reason for everything that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. Pile 4. You're being called to let go. There's a lot of surrendering, and I feel many of you have could have had a lot of resistance, or you felt that there is a need to let go, and you couldn't really trust it, or you weren't sure. Some of you could have been stuck in the past. Some of you could have felt that whatever experience you've gone through the past is going to repeat itself. And actually, it doesn't have to. If the cycle is closed, if you've learned your lessons, there is no need to repeat that cycle. Many of you could have been hesitant to let go of something here, pile 4, and it's been weighing you down a lot. A lot of you have been looking at your past, or really trying to learn from those experiences, learning from the lessons you've gained there. And it was could have been a difficult time for you guys, or a very strong, I'm also feeling very grieving period here, strong grief, strong sense of loss, or strong sense of um, even um, almost despair for some, or even depression for others. And if that's the case, you're being called to let go. It's time to release and rest, pile 4. Many of you could have been influenced by others. The energies around you could have been really heavy, pile 4. I feel many of you could have noticed that most of those negative emotions were not even yours. You were just very much of an empath, and you were really pulling, people were pulling on your energies, or tugging in your energies. You could feel it. You didn't really realize that it wasn't yours. So you're being called to really dissociate yourself from those energies. You're being called to really be more discerning whether this is yours or not. It's important to ask yourself that when you're not feeling good, when you're feeling down all of a sudden, especially if there is no reason. You have been trying to renew yourself here, pile 4. It's been very tough because it's like you can't really trust it. Sometimes you can feel the new beginning, you sense the new beginning, but then it's like you fall back into the past, or in the patterns that you've been into, and it's like discouraging. Some of you might have even suffered from physical ailments here, spleen issues, maybe kidney issues for some. Pile 4, overall here, there is a resistance to change because of having multiple negative emotions, either yours or others, and it's time for you to let go. You're finally learning to focus on the fact that there is a reason for everything, and it's time to move on, move forward. Many of you could have suffered from people being very petty towards you, or even mean, or critical, or impatient, or very cruel as well for some. It was a very challenging time for you guys. Let's see, yeah, reflection. Yes, you have people here that surrounded you, might have gossiped about you, or just really put some heavy negative emotions around you. You guys feeling very strong Pisces energy, Cancer, Scorpio. You guys could have very strong intuitive skills. You feel other people's pain, and it's hard for you to detach from it. Some of you, it could have been a family member, very strong, important friendship in your lives that you couldn't really release their energies from you. You guys could have been really dwelling in that, or even connecting with your shadow as well, pile 4. A lot of you have done a lot of shadow work and have had a lot of vivid dreams here, especially during Pisces season. Heavy emotions from the past were being brought up to you, and a lot of you actually understood so much from your childhood or even adulthood, things that could have happened to you regarding relationships, whether they're platonic or romantic. um, there's hope here, pile 4. Many of you are discovering there is hope through this journey, through this difficult state that you've been through. There is hope. You could have really felt really lonely, or left out, alone, to release or to deal with this past. Some of you could have felt there was no hope, but you're starting to see that actually things are going to shift, or they are starting to shift for you already. Actually, I'm feeling, especially if you have been doing a lot of shadow work, or if you've been dreaming, or you've been going within and actually trying to release this past hurts or these negative emotions from others, you are seeing the results. You're seeing the positive effect that you've brought in your life. You've learned from it so much here, pile 4. There was a lot of learning, maybe a lot of karma as well. It could have come from a past life. Many of you could have been connecting with soulmates that have a lot of karmic lessons for you guys. A lot of things surrounding partnerships, relationships. The next new moon could be really important here for you, pile 4. Important revelations. You're shaking off this heavy feeling from your aura, from your energetic field. Pile 4, I also feel you're being called to really connect with water. If you can put your feet in water every day, maybe do a salt bath every day if you can. Otherwise, you can just cleanse your feet in hot water every day before you sleep. There's a lot of release that happens through your feet. If you can connect your feet to water, it's going to be really important for you to purify and cleanse these heavy negative energies. Many of you are actually looking at the stars. If you can look at the stars or look at the night sky as much as possible, at least once a week, connecting with the stars is going to be really helpful. I feel here, pile 4, you are really opening your third eye chakra. Something about your third eye is being activated here. A lot of secrets as well have been revealed or are being revealed to you. You were not expecting, or that you didn't really pay attention to this before. Things that could have brought you a lot of fear. Some of you didn't want to look at this because those things brought you a lot of fear, a lot of insecurities as well. But you can see things clearly. I'm also seeing here many of you could have light eyes, blue, green, hazel. Something could be very different when it comes to your facial features. Very different. Something on your face that could be quite different. I'm also hearing this is part of your spiritual path. This is part of your spiritual journey. This different thing on your face. It represents your gifts. It has something to do with your gift. Something on your face. Pile 4. Maybe a beauty mark, a scar, or it could also be just a facial feature that is different. A lot of Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces here. Woman holding a heart, number 44. You guys could be 44. You could actually see a lot of 4s, 444, 414, 404, or 8 as well. So pile 4, you chose pile 4, and this is 44, beautiful. So pile four here, I feel with the woman holding a heart, many of you are learning to keep your energies for yourselves. Many of you could have been very, very given, especially when it comes to love, especially during your, I'm hearing during your menstrual time or your period. Some of you are very giving, very open, very loving to others, nurturing. There's something here about your past again, pile four, that you're cleansing around your heart chakra that's being cleansed. You could have been someone who's an overgiver in relationships and you're learning to keep that energy for yourself, or you're learning basically to understand how important that energy is and how sacred that energy is and shouldn't be given away to anybody. Many of you are learning to set boundaries for yourselves or learning that your love has had an impact on so many people around you in order to transform the way they see the world. Many of you have opened other people's third eye chakra. Many of you have connected others to their spirituality through your hearts because of your open hearts, because of the way you guys look at them, the way you take care of others. Some of you here could be mothers. Maybe I feel here people could have been crying or going through huge emotional release here. You're being encouraged to really keep this hearts to the people who actually need it, especially you. Pile four, make sure that you are emotionally stable before giving away your heart, before opening your emotions to others. It's really important that you really stabilize your emotions here. Pile four, very strong Queen of Cups energy. You guys could have been taken for granted or taken advantage of because of your love or your loving nature, your sweet nature could have been something that people could have taken advantage of or taken for granted many times. I'm also hearing some of you in your childhood, you could have actually suffered from skin issues, eczema, anything related to skin disease or skin illnesses. Um, and this is being shown to you, things are being highlighted to you around that. I'm also hearing allergies. A lot of you have been suffering from allergies, skin issues. All right, my beautiful Pi 4, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And I see you later. Bye.